Hi there, good morning. It's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. It's almost noon here on the East Coast, and welcome to my first monthly Facebook Live class, which will always be on a Friday at noon. So welcome, thanks for joining me today. I got on just a sec early because I wanted to be able to share it over to my, my group, my Lollipop Papers group. So let me see if I can do that now. While I'm here waiting to see if we can get some people to join us. There we go. Okay, posted. All right, perfect. So let me go back to mine right here. Okay, so we're on my page, Lollipop Paper, on the Facebook Live. And it's Friday, it's our first monthly card class. And I have 4 really adorable projects for you today. 4 different designs, 4 different stamp sets or bundles. And I can get the kits to you middle of next week if you place a $30 order. So it's just an ordering, it's a class with an ordering special. So this way you'll have them by within 10 days. You should have the kits for all 4 cards. And so $30 purchase will get you the kits for free. If your order is $50 or more before tax and shipping, I will also send you a full pack of the Resin Hearts Embellishments that are on back order, but they were supposed to be back in on Monday, and usually they do come in a little early. So I'll check on that later this afternoon. But your orders will have to be in by Monday afternoon, and then I'll place the order on Tuesday for the Resin Hearts, and I should be able to get the packages out to you by Wednesday. So let me show you which ones, what we're doing. I'm gonna put the, oh, and I have the host code up here too. So the host code will be needed so that I can identify that it's from this class and that I know when to send you, who to send the kits to. So please use that host code. All right, let me go down and we can get rid of the host code. Hopefully I'll remember to put that back up later. All right, so these are our 4 cards that we're doing. I chose stamp sets or bundles that that I knew were carrying over. Now the thing is into the new catalog, excuse me, but it is, there won't be available as a bundle. So they are carrying over, they will be there, but you won't get the 10% discount if you waited until after May 3rd, or yeah, May 3rd is the last day before the new catalog comes out. But they will be available. You would just have to purchase the dies and the stamp sets separately. With the exception of the Springtime Joy, I don't believe that one is carrying over. And that's a little, you know, that's usual that a regular stamp set doesn't carry over, but many times the bundle will, but just separately. So if you wanted to purchase one of these bundles, I believe they are available. This handsomely sweeted bundle was on back order forever, but I did just place an order for that. This was my my club for March, so I know that that's back in stock. So let's get busy. I'm just going to take each one. We'll start with this one. This is how your kits will come. All 4 in an envelope, and then they'll be packed in a cello bag and labeled. And so like I said, I could get those out to you next week. So let's start with this one. This was from the handsomely, well, it was the well-suited bundle. Let's see, here it is. But this was, we're just using the stamp set, and I did use the die just for this little bow tie. But these I used the layering squares, and I did use the small ones. So I'll show you that when we get there. But so this is on page 67 of the January to June catalog, still available. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna start with this one. This had beautiful, this is the stamp set, and it has nice Father's Day, birthday, nice sentiments to go along with it. And these are the beautiful dies that you can check out my blog to see some fancy suit and tie projects that I did, or some casual ones using these dies for the shirt. All right, so let's get busy here. This is just This is just layering, and you would get all of the pieces here. Anything that's not stamped and cropped, I can send you. All right, so and also with the kits comes, of course, the PDF tutorials, and that has step-by-step instructions and pictures. I think I have 3 pictures of each for each project. All right, so I'm just using my seal, my regular seal, mounting it up on some basic gray, and I'm going to put that right onto the card base, the regular size card base with the horizontal orientation, and center that on there. Okay, so this I just took, and these pieces I can crop out for you and send in the kits. But these were just cropped out from the well-suited DSP, which was really so cute from that too. So that's all I did, was I just used the layering, the scallops part of the layering dies, and I just popped those up here. And I used my favorite prints for that. Okay, and this grid paper makes it beautiful. Makes it so easy to get them all in there, in line with each other. Okay, and you could, if you have the DSP and the dies, you could use any one you want. These dies, I'm so sorry to say, are retiring. And and I believe they may already be on low, they're definitely on low inventory or back ordered. So that makes me so sad that those are going away. I use them all the time. Okay, this die cut was from the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and that is staying, so that's the good news for that one. All right, and then I'm just going to pop up, both of these tags were from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. So let's just stamp this first, and then I'll pop it right on there. It's very little stamping, so you will get a lot in with your kit. This is the happy birthday, and let's just get some padding under here. And I'm just going to center this. I'm using Night of Navy. And this is a brand new pad, so it is very dark. It's almost, I have to say, it's almost looking black, but it's okay. We know that it's nice and juicy. All right, we're just gonna pop this up, and we'll be done with this one already. Use my take your pick tool to get rid of those little buggers. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my bow tie. Just put one little, a regular size dimensional right into the middle. Okay, and there you go. You could if you have the stamp set, let me make that more in the middle. If you have the stamp set, you could stamp it first and then die cut it. But I thought for this tutorial, I would just cut it out for you. Here on my sample, I did cut it out. I did stamp it first and cut it out. But as long as it's not stamped, I can send this off to you. So there we go. Our first card is done. Simple. All right, let's go on to the next one. And this one is from the In Blooms bundle. And this one is carrying over. Again, like I said, it will just be separate. It wouldn't be with, you wouldn't be able to get it as a bundle. So this one I just used some layering, and then what I did here was I took these fabulous dies here. Look at this, this set of dies. I'm so happy that this was carrying over, because these dies do all the work for you. I mean, you could stamp the images and use these dies to crop them out, and they have the stitching going throughout them, which is fabulous. But what I did here was I took DSP from a celebration set, which was the Paper Blooms DSP, and that was beautiful. And some of these dies cropped those images right out from the DSP. And I'll show you the stamp set is here somewhere. So this is the stamp set. It's on page 45 with all these beautiful dies. You have a little label die, a little bow tie die there. So that's where that one came from. But what I did was I just cropped these out right from the Paper Blooms DSP, which took away half the work too. So let's just do that. I have these already cropped, so we don't really have to go through that. But it is, we'll do a little bit of the cropping. These are my pieces here. Don't want to lose them. And I'll show you. Now, since I did the, since this is colored cardstock, I always put a sheet in of basic white, just so that you have a nice white panel to write your greeting on. And this cardstock would be okay. It is light enough, but if it gets any darker, I definitely put some, make sure that I get a little white piece in there for it. So let's see. Hi everybody. Hi Janelle. Janelle, I was waiting for your address because you won Prize Patrol last week. So PM me your address so I can get that off to you. I'm so glad to see you here. All right. My seal takes a lot of muscle to get it going. I don't know about you. All right, I'm just going to center this piece right in the middle, and all these dimensions will be on the tutorial. And this was a piece that I embossed with the Tasteful Textiles 3D embossing folder. So I'm just going to put that on here, just right up top, just to give it a little extra layer. And this one, believe it or not, this one is from the Nested Labels dies, and this one is leaving us also. I know. Can't really form an attachment to them. You know, the stamp sets, I know there's always something beautiful coming down the pike, so that doesn't make me crazy as when I'm losing these the dies, because I just use them all the time. All right, so for my my sentiment, I'm going to use Granny Apple Green just to make it pop up a little, and this sentiment works perfectly, fits perfectly, I should say, right into the label die. And I'll just make sure, hopefully I have it centered. There you go. Okay, we can get rid of that. And let's see, I can put this on once I know exactly where it is that I'm going to be putting it. And for here, I just put a bow. Actually, I did wrap the bow around here, but I already went ahead and glued it. So I'm just going to make a bow to put that on there. But we can just get this on now. And that ribbon is retiring too, the Whisper White polka dot ribbon. Oh, the list is huge of what's retiring. So now is the time. If you want it, you should get it now. Okay, so here what I did was, these are the ones that I cropped right out of the Paper Blooms DSP, and I just used I should have saved a pattern. There was a pattern that just had circles, and it had these beautiful pastel colors, and so I just took the different size dies and cropped them out that way. But there was a die that did cut out a specific flower from that DSP. So if you have any of that left over, you should check it out, because it does pop it up beautifully. Okay, so what I did here, these I already did. What I did not do was just these little leaves here. So let me just run that through my little mini machine here. And let's see, what did I use? I think I just used 2 different size leaves. That's what another reason I love this project is you can run so many, excuse me, I love these dies, is that you can run so many dies through at the same time. And that saves a lot of time and a lot of effort. And it adds all different aspects to it. So let's put this guy through. Okay, I love having this little mini guy right on my desk. It's so light and airy, and it can just stay right there. It takes up zero room. All right, so now we can start layering in on our flowers. So I'm just going to use for one. I'm gonna, you know what? Let me take this one. This had a little bit of the green in it, and I think I'll just put this behind this flower so it's raised a little bit. I don't need that right now. And this one I'll do the same thing. I'm putting the adhesive on the front side. Come over here. And okay, then we have one. Now I can take a little bit of the green just to accent that that leaf set. This was another one of those little tiny dies that pop those out. And again, it popped out too at the same time. So we're always looking for a little time saver. So there we have our cute little first flower there. This one I can put, let me get rid of those so I don't lose them. And this, if I could pick it up, there we go. Pop that on with a glue dot. And that can go right into the middle. Now I thought I had another one here, but it's okay. You can probably see it. I'm probably looking right at it and I can't find it, but that's okay. We can just add this under. All right, so let's put this one up with a dimensional, and then we're going to sneak the other ones in right underneath it. And again, with the kits, I do have enough of this paper, so I will be happy to send in these pieces for you. Okay, I'm just going to give this guy a little bit of glue here, and I'll tuck him under. This way we can tell that he didn't have a proper center to his flower. All right. Okay. And let me tuck that one under there. There you go. Okay. So that is that. Look how fast and simple that one was. So let me just make a little bow with my tulle ribbon. And this is nice because it lays so nicely. You don't have to worry about any bulk when you're sending it, putting it onto a card. And actually, I mean, I wrapped it around, but you can't even really see it because I had it tucked underneath there. All right, maybe this is a little too big, but we can adjust that. And let's give it a little trim here, and oh boy, I want to make it smaller. Okay. All right, a little glue dot right in the center there. And it's covered up beautifully. And maybe I'll put this one over to the side a little bit. There you go. Okay, card number 2, done. See how pretty that is. Actually, I even like this a little better with the bow right up front and in center. So yeah, okay, number 2 done. In bloom, that's what that one was. Our next one is from the Hydrangea Haven. Let me get rid of all my little doodads here. The Hydrangea Haven stamp set and bundle. And this is really just all about the layers. I just love this one, but it's the DSP, and so many of these bundles just had such beautiful DSP that just kind of make it so easy it just steals the show. So, all right, so let's put this one together. Now this one, I just took a regular vertical card base, 811 by 4 1/4, scored it at 5 1/2, and then I took off this piece here. How much was this? I don't know if it was, let's see, it was 2 inches. Okay, so this is, I just sliced another 2 inches off, but this would have been the other side of the base right there, okay? And I really love this fold because you can just dress it up, and it's not really a fancy fold, but it does make it look, makes it look really nice. Okay, so let's get some layering done in here. This is the Purple Posy. Again, this was the in color that is now outgoing, Purple Posy, and so I'm not sure where this stands on the list, whether or not it's if it's gone, because once it's gone, once it's on that retired list and it's officially out, then you know you're going to have a little trouble getting it, because they won't reorder it once it's always, everything is while supplies last. All right, so this is going right up on here. Oops. Wrong side. Nope, that was right. And good morning. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so I'm going to just put this right up on here. We have no ribbon we have to worry about on this one. We are going to slip a little piece of ribbon in on that horizontal piece. Okay, so see how easy this is coming together, and you could just use any DSP and cardstock that you have. All right, so let's put this on first. Thank you for sharing. I so appreciate that. Okay. All right, and now this is going to go right on here. See what I mean when I say it's just all about the layers? Once you have the beautiful DSP, you don't even really, like in cases like this, you don't even have to fuss over the, you know, the perfect image, the perfect stamp set, because it's all here for you. Okay, so what I did here was, this is going to go over, but I'm going to wait until after we get our sentiment on there. And this is from the stamp set. This has really pretty sentiments on here. This is these beautiful hydrangeas all come together. So I just took this little stamp, this little image down here, and I just wanted to add a little pop of something down there. So let's do that. Oh, I think I already blocked them up. So this, I'm using the Misty Moonlight ink, which is not retiring. That is good until, this is an in color. That's good until next year. And I'm just going to use a little outline. And at first, actually, on the PDF tutorial, the picture probably won't have this filled in a little bit, but after I did it, I thought, well, you know what, I would really like a little pop of color. So I just took my blends marker and I just stamped it. I mean, I just colored it in just a little bit, just 3 of those flowers. But it may look a little bit different on your PDF, because I did that after I took my pictures. All right, this is just going right down center. And I love that font. All right, and now I can put this on here before we, you know what, well, that's, I just want it to dry a little bit, although these things dry so easily. So I'm just taking a little blends. Now normally you would use the Memento Black with the blends, but if you're careful, you can just try not to get onto there. It'll smudge just a smidge, if that's a word. I don't even know if that's a word or not. And I'm just picking 3 just to outline it. I think that's good enough. You could color the whole thing in if you want. All right, let's get this on here. this is just going to go right a little bit lower to of center. Oh, see, I did get a smudge on there. Must have been on my finger. All right, and we're going to put some ribbon around there. Where'd my ribbon go? But first, let's run this other little one through with this little die here. These are what the dies look like for the Hydrangea suite. All right, so let's take this again. And that's what I mean. That's why I love this too, because just these little extra pieces, it's no hassle to actually crop it out. It's not like, I don't want to get my big shot out. I don't want to get the big machine out. It's just right here. And it's perfect for all these little accent dies. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside. Let's put a little bit of ribbon around here. And I liked it over, and it'll cover my little smudge mark. But I did like it over it. So, like over the sentiment. Because it's so light and airy, you can still see it for sure. Okay, and I'm not going to make a bow. I'm just going to make a little knot. And there we go. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Okay, so where's our base? Here it is. This is just going to go right here in the center. You can put it up or down. I think I'll put this guy on first so I know not to go down too low. I always have a tendency of going down lower than I need to be. Just so I don't like things like right in the center. Okay. So this is going to go here. There's still plenty of space to write your sentiment. And then this, I'm just going to be careful to only put the adhesive just on half of it so that it doesn't stick out. And I'm not going to try hard not to get onto that ribbon because otherwise it will pull it. And let's see. I think that's fine. Okay, beautiful. Number 3, done. And I had, I put a little, actually I just put one of these champagne rhinestones right onto the center. Right here. Not really the center, it's like the corner, but just to give it a little accent to draw your eye to this bottom piece here. So I love that. Okay, that's our 3rd card. 4th and final card is the Springtime Joy stamp set that I used. And I also used I used my blending brushes really quick. I'll show you how I did that. I don't need this. Let me get rid of all my stuff I don't need. All right. Okay. So for this one, I am using the Rococo Rose ink and cardstock, because this I know is not going to be available. So I do want to use it and use up what I have because it is such a pretty color, and it matches in with this. This is the paper Fine Art Gallery paper DSP from the Fine Art Gallery suite, I think it's called. So again, I'm going to take one of these regularly shaped, trimmed basic white 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to add that to my center just to get that done. Nice and centered and straight. Okay, in this case, I'm going to add another one to my top piece, and my DSP is going to go over it. So I did like all this flowered side, so I'm going to use that. And we'll get that up here. And let's put that on first. And before I put my my focal image later on, I would like to do my stamping and my blending first, so that just in case if I mess up, then I could always use a different one. So for this one, I took this so cute bunny from the stamp set, and I just stamped him in Memento Black. But before I did that, because I want him to sit on top of a little bit of rosiness that I have around this little cute bunny. So what I did was I took some Rococo Rose ink. I took one of my pink blending brushes. I did order 2 packs. There's 3 to a pack, so I have one for pretty much for each color family. So when I'm using my blending brushes, first you have to see what color you're using, because some of them, I know the yellows come out much darker than I really want them to. So I'm just going to test it, and very lightly I'm just going to put a little bit right into the center there. And you can get it as light or as dark as you want, but always start out with some scrap there. Okay, I think that will give her a little pop of color there. All right, that's all I have to do for that. Now I'm going to stamp right on top of it with the Memento. And this layer is from the Stitch So Sweetly Dies Again, which thank goodness are hanging around. And so we don't have to worry about that. But you see how the pink just kind of pops right out of there? I love that. She's so cute anyway. All right, that is over there. Now I'm just gonna give it a little bit of color with on her little headband, her flower band. And what do I have here? Flirty Flamingo. So I have some light and some dark. And I'm just gonna do every other one. And the other one I'll do in dark, just to give her a little bit of color. And of course, we have to color in her little green leaves. So I have Old Olive, and no, this is not Old Olive. It's Mossy Meadow. I keep wanting to use my Old Olive, and I pulled this one instead. It's the second time I did that. Okay, so I'm going to just give her a little bit of shading around her body, just a little bit. So that's it. And then a little bit up on her ears. And then of course we have to give her a little bit of pink in her ear. And a little bit of cheeks. She needs some cheekbones there. Okay, and that's it. And if I wanted to, if any of that came out a little too dark, let me fix I didn't do my bottom here. And then what I did was I took the ivory marker and I just gave her a little bit of ground to land on here. That's good enough. Okay, so see how easy that was. All right, so I think we're done. Let me do some my stamping of my sentiment, which I'll do the Welcome Spring. And for this one, I used, for my card here, I did use the Classic Label Punch, which again, another one that is leaving us. But let me see, hopefully I got that straight. But I don't have it with me today. Somebody borrowed it. So I'm just going to take this little tiny piece, and very easily I can make that same banner ending here just by trimming off the corners. Okay. All right. So let's put her together. This is going to go on here. Hi, Carol from Connecticut. That's my home place. I lived there a very, very long time. All right, so we can put this on. You could pop this up with dimensionals, but I think I'm going to save the pop-up for the actual sentiment. So let's put her right into the center there. And we'll pop up the sentiment. I think I need my minis for this one, so it doesn't show through. Okay. Thanks, Janelle. I'm glad I got that. I put it aside for you, so I'll get that prize patrol out for you by Monday. All right, and I'm just going to put this a little to the side, and then I'm going to use a little bit of my snail mail twine, and I'm going to double it up just to make a cute little bow, double bow, and add that to the end of the sentiment tag. And if it's too big, we're just going to give it a little trim. Okay, glue dot, and I'm going to sneak this right under the point there. I want my glue dot to show. There you go. And I think I did use a little bit of the champagne rhinestones on this cutie too. So let's just put a few here for her. And I usually do 3. Everything in 3s. And I don't know, let's put this up here. Whoops. There we go. Okay. There we go. There is our 4 cards for our monthly Facebook Live class. We used the Springtime Joy. We used the Hydrangea Haven. We used the In Blooms, and we used the Handsomely Suited bundle. All of those bundles and DSP make for beautiful cards. Let me put you back up here, if I can do that. And I'm going to put the host code back up too. So any order $30 or more that's placed before Monday using this host code, I will get these out to you by Wednesday or Thursday, the absolute latest. If your order is $50 or more, I will send you a pack of those hearts, those red and white resin hearts that are so cute, a full pack of those. So that, maybe those I would get out by Friday, definitely by Friday, because I will expedite that order for anything. That's why I need to have the orders in by Monday, so I can place my order Tuesday morning, expedite it, have it here by Thursday, and I'll get it right out to you by Thursday afternoon. So thank you again for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you will give it a try, one of these cards, and you have everything that you need. If you already have the stamp sets, and just order anything else, and I'll send you the kits. If you don't have the stamp set, then order the stamp set, and then your $30 will be taken care of. So, all right, thanks again. Have a great weekend. Happy holidays. Stay safe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.